We're back for segment 2 of Voices Randomish Teakettle Talk. We hope you sitting down because you know you need a sip and a seat. So thank you for tuning in tonight to hang out with me and my sister. And we know who this is, right?
Dartania Winters.
All right, so everybody, the second segment tonight, we got 3 questions for you. We're going to start with the first one. The first one is a really easy one. What is the time of morning when someone calls you and you know it's a booty call? Is that 2 o'clock? Is it 3 o'clock? Is it 4 o'clock? What's the general rule, people?
I'm going to say anytime after 10 o'clock.
Anytime after 10?
Anytime after 10 o'clock, because you know what time I go to bed. Right? So if we're communicating, you know what time I go to bed. So you trying to do some booty calling. you know exactly what time to call me. Because after that, my phone goes into sleep mode and I will hear nothing. You will get no calls coming through.
So you do the DND thing like I actually do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have do not disturb set on my phone. So if you call, everything is silent.
Yes.
You know?
At 10:30, my do not disturb comes on and everything goes straight to voicemail. Unless I just happen to pick up the phone and look and I see your message, then that'd be a whole different conversation. But if you actually want me to know you won't, you're going to have to call me before 10 o'clock.
See, for me, the general rule used to be when the bars close.
It normally is at bar close. Like, if you know.
Does it depend what day of the week it is, too? That's the other caveat. Because bars, during the week, somebody call you at 10 o'clock, you know what that's about. But maybe on the weekend, they might be calling you a little bit later. There's going to be no call, no show. She said 1-800, no chance.
Even on the weekend. If I'm not on Zoom, I'm asleep.
Yeah, we usually on the Zoom until what?
Midnight,
and then we off.
And to sleep.
Yeah. Y'all don't expect us to say, look at this beautiful, staying up all night. I mean, that's how I stay cute.
We don't go to no clubs no more, so, we don't go out into the streets. We be our asses in the bed.
I be clubbing in the living room.
Look, club living room.
Club living room, club stone porch, club kitchen. I have no problem breaking it down, busting the moves, any of that in here. I don't necessarily need the club, but you're right. So I really want people to think about that. If you get a call, what's your cutoff for you to begin?
What's your cutoff? I'm going to have to put that up. What's your
cutoff? That's what we want to know. That's going to be our question this week is what's your cutoff? And Dartania is going to send you the question, and we want you to answer the question. Tell us what your cutoff is for a booty call.
What time are you going to stop answering?
Yeah.
Said booty calls.
So for me, I don't mind the on a Saturday or even a Friday. I don't mind the late call. I don't really mind. But what I don't like is the call and then your intentions. Yeah, y'all, about the ghosting. I'd heard about ghosting in the employment world where people schedule interviews and then shit don't show up. Well, how about the person that called you for a booty call and then don't show up? Shit, even when you know it's a booty call and you open for it and you say, yes, all good, and then you ghost. It's like, what the hell is that? Can men really handle when a woman say, yeah, I'm open for that, it's all good, I'm not expecting anything else?
Not in
I don't believe they can.
Look,
I don't believe they can. I don't believe they can. I don't
think so.
I don't.
When a woman says, look, I just need you to do what I need you to do. They make it their mission to make you want to think differently. No, listen, Linda.
And that's Linda with a Y. Why the fuck you ain't listening?
Yeah, just do what I need you to do. Stop with all that extra.
Yeah, because the thing about it is at certain points in your life when you're working on career, or sometimes you just prefer. I prefer the no drama of just being. Right. Like I posted a post today that said, I'm not adopted. Yeah, this is my mother. And basically what she left me was her wit and wisdom to show me how to be. And that's what I'm doing is I'm being. I'm just being. And I'm not looking for anything else. So it's basically like there's a fear when you're really that honest and that blunt with people to say, look, I know specifically what I'm doing and what I really want. If you want to come over here at 3, I got you, boo. It ain't no problem. do what we got to do, you go ahead on home. Why is that such an issue for people? Get your ass in the car, roll on up, do what you got to do, and go home. I'm rolling over when you do.
And I'm gonna need you to go.
Go! Because I'm good. I'm just gonna roll over. And don't worry, I won't be calling you. I won't be texting you. You know where you left me. I don't stop. You know where you left me. You know where you found me. I used to tell my ex-husband that. I used to say, he's like, where you at? I was like, you know where you left me at. I'm still in that same spot. You know how to find me when you need me. So that's the whole thing is there. When you pick a woman who is of a certain age and who is of a certain mindset, she don't care about all the other BS. She really don't. She knows what she wants, and she know what time she wanted. And when she say, yeah, it's all good, you best believe get in your car and do what you're supposed to do, because guess what? You may not get another chance for that, because some other person out there is waiting and they're going to answer that call. I'm just going to put it out there. So, moving on.
And we ain't even making the damn calls. So.
And we ain't even making the calls, girl.
Okay, what's the next question?
The next one is when I was watching Girlfriends, y'all know, shout out to Tracy Ellis Ross, Persia White, Jill Marie Johnson, and Golden Brooks. I'm still advocating for the Girlfriends movie. I'm still advocating for that to be back on. I'm so glad that Girlfriends is back on Netflix. So I was looking at this episode, and Joan said she has a 3-month rule before she does the horizontal or the vertical, whatever it is, with somebody.
Okay.
Do you have a 3-month rule, or do you actually have a rule before you let that down, before the panties start dropping?
No, I don't have a 3-month rule.
What's your guideline?
I don't have a guideline. It depends on my energy with you. If I'm feeling you, if I'm feeling you the first day we go out and I want to give you something, I'm gonna give you something. I'm grown. I'm grown. So no, I don't have the whole make a man wait 30 days, 90 days, 60 days. I don't have that. I mean, but my tolerance level is 90 days. So I watch how you move for 90 days. Now, we may be done already had sex at that point, because
who knows?
Happens. But I have a 90-day rule, and I watch how you move. See, people will start to shift when they get comfortable. So I give people enough time to shift into their comfort zone and see how they move. And if it's not how I want them to move, then I move my ass on.
And I've actually seen my sister do that. You got one time to say the wrong thing when you're dealing with this one. You don't get the second time to say the wrong thing. So you better remember your moves. And while we don't necessarily have a 3-month rule, we got bullshit meters.
And that's what
them bullshit meters kick in faster than 3 months. So just remember that. We want to know what your frequency is on that. People out there, male or female, what do you have as a guideline around when you're going to be intimate with someone? Is it it's on and popping if I feel it, or
I have to feel it. I have to feel the energy. Like there has to be something there that says, "Oh, she a little wet." They don't want to get lucky today. I can give you something and never call you again. Sometimes it be like that.
Okay, and trust and believe. Just like y'all say, it was nothing. It don't mean that that it was nothing. It just means that we did what we needed and we moved on. Okay. It's surprising that unfortunately women are a lot like men, and I think that they don't want to accept that.
Women don't want to be, because there's that double standard. So
the Madonna Whore complex, y'all.
So men can go out here and do all this. If a woman does it, she's considered a whore. She's considered loose, and they say you can stick a master key in all the doors and it opens. But something else. What happens?
Well, all I know is Luda said he wanted to have a lady in the street and a freak in the bed.
But if you don't want me to be the freak in the bed, what I'm supposed to do?
There might be spillage. Go out one day, have a really good dress on, and forget where I'm at. You can't put me in a box. That's part of the problem.
That's the problem. We not being put in the box.
I can't do the box.
But not only are we not being put in the box, we're open.
Unless it's Chanel.
and they can't take that. We're open and honest about it. Coming through the door, this is what I'm not doing.
Yeah.
This is what I am willing to do, and let's move accordingly.
Yeah, because I believe in being really honest with people as far as whether or not I'm seeking something. And really at this point in my life, I'm seeking satisfaction of me and it does not necessarily entail.
I'm seeking multiple orgasms.
Oh, hello. Timely. Timely, people. Timely.
TMI, y'all. TMI. I'll tell y'all about that on Petty Friday.
Join us.
Join me on Petty
Join
Friday.
Dartania Winters for Petty Friday on Friday nights at what time? What time, Dar? Let's let her finish.
Whatever time I feel like getting on.
Just
It ain't
go to
no
her
set
thing.
time, about 7:30, 8 o'clock sometimes. Last time I think it was like 10.
Follow this one and you'll figure it out. You'll find me here on Teakettle Talk.
Yes.
You'll see me tomorrow on Well That Wednesday, so you better get ready because we're doing some butt work tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, all of y'all butts been holding up the couch. We got to get you off. Before we end our segment, we got one more question for you. Now we expect you to subscribe. Now I can tell you that I am the producer of the show, and I look at the analytics on the channel, and there's been like almost 4,000 people who have visited our channel. Guess what? We need you to hit that subscribe button. We need you to like our channel. We need you to share. We need you to comment. We need you to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. V.O.I.C.E.S RandomISH. We want to know what's your frequency. We're the only channel that asks for your opinion. And we are the only channel that will invite you to join us on the show if you have something that you want to talk about. So you need to go on out there and like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel because you need to be subscribed.
Friends to do it too.
You must be subscribed to the channel in order to be a guest on the channel, but we don't charge you anything. So promote your product, promote your business, promote your stuff, right? Thank you, because we want to know what's your frequency. Last question before
question.
Because we want you to have a sip and a sip. Y'all, I felt so horrible. My allergies. I feel so much better today. And just being here with my sister, she gives me life. So let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you, baby. Hey, we want to talk about polyamorous and open relationships. And you said, what's the difference? Well, I have my resident expert next to me, and she'll tell you what the difference between polyamorous and an open relationship, and then you can make a decision about the ship you want to join.
Polyamorous is an actual relationship where they're open and they're in it together. So you can have a man, a woman, a man, a woman, however they so choose to do it. All of them are in the relationship together. It's a community thing. Like, we all got love for each other. But when you're in an open relationship, you just can go out and do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. And there is no love there is no connection there. There's no love there. There's no respect there. There is, you go over there, you can do what you want to do. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'll meet you in the middle.
Yeah, this is really good because when I was watching, I learned so much from watching these sitcoms, and I learned from young people. Mm-hmm. And this is why I like reverse mentoring, because here at my age, I'm learning more about how young people are making their way through life. And so I saw an episode where the young lady was involved in a polyamorous relationship. It was she and two boys. And I think they were like 16, 17. And what I really admired about it was the distribution of duties. She cleaned, they cooked. To me,
it's a whole household.
It really works.
When you're in a poly relationship, it's a household. Like, it's a unit.
Finances, everything. Yeah.
It's a unit. When you're in an open relationship, it is no unit.
There's no connection.
It's not cheating, because they know you're out here doing something with somebody else. So you have an open relationship. You have the okay to go over there and do whatever it is you want to do. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be involved in any of the things that you're doing. When you're in a poly relationship, you're all in it together. Like, it's a situation where you're sometimes in the same home, sometimes not in the same home, but you know about each other. You have love for each other. There is none of that big back and forth bickering and all of that, stuff. But women get in their feelings, and you got to deal with all that.
It looks like it has components of some of the different types of sex back in and I say SECTS for those people out there, not SEXS. Get your mind out the gutter. Different sex. You know what I mean? Like, they have the communal relationships back in the 60s and the 70s when I was growing up, and people always associated with hippie culture. But it is a way of living, and I kind of looked at it because it was kind of cool. I looked at it and I remember when Willow Smith said she would love to be in a polyamory because she wanted one of each. She saw the benefit. And as I looked at this relationship with these young people, they seem to have it right, because there were people that were cooking and there was not these boundaries about roles. And that's what I really like. ROLES, not ROLLS for y'all hungry ass people out there. I said roles. Y'all know how I am. I know them words. So the words, the distribution of duties. Mm-hmm. So somebody in the house might handle the finances, but everybody is.
Combination of household.
Yeah. It's like what a household really should look like if everybody collectively is in there for the good of the household. And regardless of, there's not these things where you mine and this person is that. It's like, no, we in this and we're here to make this household work, and we all love each other, and this is what I contribute to the relationship. So if you're in a polyamorous relationship, we want you to tell us how it's working out from you. What are the components that have made it successful? If you're in an open relationship,
what are your struggles? Like, when you're in a polyamorous relationship, what are your struggles? Like, is there anything that you want to see better in your relationship? Like, what are your struggles in that? Because all relationships have struggles. We all go through it, no matter what type of ship we're in. It's gonna be something that's gonna make the wave a little bit stronger. So what are you doing to get over it? Like, how do you handle situations in your household?
Yeah, because again, it comes down to distribution of duties and how you manage finances and those types of things. Have you ever been invited to be in a polyamorous relationship?
Yes.
I've been invited to be in one, and if I scoped it out, I was kind of like, nah, I kind of like being on my own. Mm-hmm. But there are benefits and there are drawbacks. What did you see as some of the benefits?
With me being bisexual, you could have both, and you don't have to have something over here and have something over here, so that was there. The relationship, I actually did partake in a relationship for a little while, and then it got a little crazy, so I had to exit stage left out of that.
Let me out.
Out of that whole situation. But it was fun. Like, the communication between us was good, but there was because I was the woman that was brought into the relationship, there was a whole lot of jealousy, I'll say.
Okay.
So that was that piece of it. So it
wasn't your jealousy, it was the one person who was already in the relationship, and because you came in and you probably had already, when you know who you are and you know what you want, you come in and you set those boundaries up front, whereas other people who are in those relationships may have different boundaries, and when you come in, they might feel like you're getting more because they didn't negotiate right.
Yeah, that was exactly, one of the things that was going on. It was, there was one point where this person was not somebody that liked to kiss. He wasn't I said, well, what the hell do y'all do? What? I mean, how do you not?
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't get that. Like, that's a hard pass for me. Like, I don't want no parts of none of that bullshit.
Well, the reason why the guy said that you don't kiss on the lips is he said because that is an intimate connection with people. And if you think about it, it bothers me because when you have paid relationships with your clients, that's part of the rules. You don't kiss. So if I'm in a polyamorous relationship with somebody and I'm part of that community and they're telling me that they don't kiss on the lips to the people, what does that tell you about what they want out of the relationship? Right. They're saying, I want the benefits, but I don't really want the intimate connection. Mm-hmm. Because we all know once that tongue go down the throat, it's something different.
And hello, because that, for me, that's a requirement. If this is something that you want me to do, I'm a loving person. So I like to kiss, I like to snuggle, I like all that shit.
Don't play.
Like, I don't want to do that. Well,
then you got to
if you want me in this is what you're gonna have to do. And then when he complied and he gave me what I asked for, there was a whole lot of. Was there backlash from the other participants in the relationship? There was a whole lot of jealousy going on at that point.
So people, there's a rule I believe that people have to really understand. It's kind of like in corporate America when you're going for a job. Don't be mad at me if I negotiate a higher salary coming in and you've been doing the same job I do and you didn't negotiate that same salary when you came in. You better negotiate what you need in any relationship. It is a business, if you think about it, because there's going to be this give and take, and there's certain things that I need to do in order to move the progress along, just like in business. There's certain things you need to do in order to move the business forward. And if someone isn't able to do those things, either skill, will, or heal, you know, you don't have the skills, you may not want to do it, or maybe there's something preventing you, skill, heal, will, then that's when we have to sit down and have that conversation. So I want everybody to think about whatever ship you in, if you to jump off, you know, the side piece, whatever situation ship or ship you in, think about what it is that you really wanted for it. Did you negotiate what you wanted, and are you getting what you negotiated? Do you need to renegotiate your contract, so to speak? Those are questions that we want to ask you because we really want to know what's your frequency. So we are going to end the relationship tonight, and I'm going to tell you about a trend that's coming, and we'll be talking about it next week. It's called virtual dating and virtual speed dating. Are you into virtual speed dating? Let us know, because next week we'll be talking about this, and definitely we want to know.
Tell us how to sign up for it, because I'm interested.
Hello?
I'm curious.
Virtual speed dating, people.
I'm curious.
We are so interested. It's like, this is deep. I saw this today on LinkedIn.
I'm curious.
I was freaked out. I was like, LinkedIn? All right. So we're going to be ending for tonight. We want to thank you for tuning in to Voices Random. It's Teakettle Talk with me and my sister. Again, I'm Eldridge.
And I'm Dartania.
And as always, we want to know, what's your frequency? So subscribe, comment, like, and share. And we'll see you next week on Teakettle Talk. Deuces, everybody.